It's time for a Sunday Minecraft Extra. Hello, YouTubers. I'm the Bumb, and this is my. Why do I always screw that up? I'm the Bumb, and this is my Minecraft world, and I have done some things. First off, I had to rebuild this because this was part of the things I have done before I regressed the game. So, and I've made it a little bit more functional. You just have to sit right here and start placing blocks there. And if you look on the backside here, it's a little bit more clean too, because you know I've already done it once, but now I have to do it. Since I had to do it again, I ended up making it just more clean looking. But I'm doing this because this is going to be kicking back into the Sunday extras, because now that I have this up here, I have to start making something else. And what is that other thing I am needing to make now? I actually do need to make a there's a warp Nylium, a little producer of that, because I also have to make a tree farm for the warped stems for the mushrooms, and you know, the warped and crimson stems. There we go. I am okay. Okay, yeah. Hey, let's sound just printing this just in case that I don't want this to be overpowering anything. So this is going to be a process. Why is there still pillagers here? I swear there's pillagers that spawn here like every 20 minutes. But yeah. Where are they? I don't even know where they're at. I just keep on hearing them go, and I'm like, and they're just nowhere to be found. So I'm gonna have to be putting this probably somewhere underneath of this spot right here, and have it go across here. I'm also thinking about making a more or less a duplicate of this on this side, but having it almost entirely for, or just having it for mud. Because this is pretty cool with how it works. But in all honesty, I would rather have it, oh, there's like nothing here. Wonder why. I might be needing a process where I just need a bunch of mud instead. So probably completely duplicate what I have right up here over onto this side over there, and have it so the pistons just completely fill it in. But like I said, first I need to start making the Nylium things, which should be right underneath here. So what is it, 45 by -70? Okay, let's see what that is. Let's see. That's straight over there. There's that. There's a thing beneath this spot, isn't there? Yeah. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Well, let me explain what I'm going to be needing to do. Since I want to make this for both things. For both type of Nyliums, I'm going to have to make it like double wide first and foremost. And I'm going to have to kick these guys out of here. Like, how many animals are actually down in here? But I also want to make it so I only have one input and one out, but two outputs, one for each color. The yeah, let's kick that out of the way. And with both of them. So I have to invent a way to separate blocks. I know other people have done it, I've seen it before, but there is no tutorials on it. So it's makes it pretty hard because oh, come on, seriously? There, happy you're dead. Oh, sheesh, and that was a omen one too. Thought I had a spot for those. Okay, so it's taking me about an hour to clear out the first room. I haven't quite figured out the layout, so there's that. Hmm. So this should have been easier. Okay, everybody, I am coming on about 4 hours, just short, and this is my progress. I've gotten it so I can get one of these to work at a time. It's a very interesting combination of items. Do I even need this anymore? Yes, I do. Interesting. This thing is coming in so clutch with all these little auto pushers. So yeah, this is needed. Still think it's hilarious that no one else has invented this. Like, it's so simple. It does kind of take up a lot of room because of this stuff, and you can't have any redstone around it or anything like that. But it is very useful. Okay, so let's run down what I have going on here. Yeah, it's one right there. That's better. Okay, so this pushes all the way over to here. When it gets all the way over to here, it pushes this entire line down via this piece right here. I actually have to fill all this in because it's not very, because it doesn't go anywhere. So this one, so when it gets to here, it hits the it activates the observer, which then turns on this bulb. And I've put this in subtract mode, and since it's in subtract mode, it automatically turns itself off, but it also activates all of the pistons, as you can see with this going all the way over to here. which means this will build from the top down just like the other one, but in a slightly different manner. Partially because this is getting triggered when this is happening. Yeah. Oh, it looks like I have something like that. Oh, back there. Yeah, it's all the torches, right? Okay. So if I wanted to, I could have made it so nothing interacts and gotten rid of one more piston, but then that would have been like just 9 across, divided 9 by 12, and or 13 total. And I just didn't want that. So yeah, so that's how that works. That gets there, that triggers. Since it's in subtract mode, it turns itself off, and it actually keeps itself from perma triggering over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Well, yeah, I could just show you. Boop, and it pushes it all down. So that's that part. I did a number of things right here since I am not trying to grow any warp stems or crimson stems. I put the glass blocks above them, and what the glass blocks do is just keep it so nothing actually spawns on top of the mycelium, or the not mycelium, but nylium. But yeah, so when this gets pushed, so I for some reason showed you this, but this activates this, that turns this on, that then gets a signal from here, which puts a signal into here. It has to be on 2 ticks, which allows this to have a single tick pulse strong enough for this to activate, because this is taking energy from here. It then activates all that, which goes down to all the other piston lines. So every time I put one in here, it activates all the pistons. But since this is a repeater right here, it's a 1 tick after this one activates. So first it pushes down, and then 1 tick later this one goes off, which means these two don't directly interact, so they don't actually get in each other's way. But yeah, but this is what I was showing you earlier. When it gets to the end of the line and turns that on, it turns itself off basically. And then when it triggers again, for some reason, I don't really understand, it works. And that sends a signal all the way through all these pistons. When this piston gets here on every line, it hits this observer. This observer then goes and feeds into this dispenser, and this dispenser then activates on here, turning it from netherrack to nylium. Is that the right one? I don't know. The crimson netherrack. And this one right here is the seed block. And this does not get interacted with all the other pistons and stuff, so this will always activate it and make this grow, because it's kitty quarter. They basically can do any nylium that's within 1 block both in all directions. So, yeah. So that's how that works. And that's, I think, it. I think that's all the information about I have about this. I do have this up here, so I'm probably the only thing I have left to figure out is how to, because I have this one here, and I think I'm going to just mirror it this direction over to here, which means the only thing left I have to figure out is how to do a split. I don't know how to do a splitter. I've thought about using like T flip-flops to do it. So I put it in, it activates it, then it activates one piston pushing that way and then one piston pushing that way, and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. One of them would be feeding straight into here, so I won't need that. I usually just put a torch there because then I can just place stuff there. But since it's going to be mirrored, that means I would have it right here, more or less, and it would be going out in that direction, and it would be like that, and I would probably be standing more or less right here, placing a block. But since they're both going that way now, yeah, I would probably be standing here, placing a block. It would activate that way, activate that way, activate that way, activate that way. Probably have an observer above activating the T flip-flop back and forth. But, and yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit more. But this is the part one for this. After I'm done making all this, I need, I could probably just use what I have right now for my next project, which is growing the actual funguses, making big funguses, but I need to do a little bit more research on that anyway, so no big rush on that. But I just wanted to make one of these, so it's like pretty fast. I don't know why all these combined is what's needed to work. Like, like you would think just getting rid of this and having that pulse off it would do it, but no, it needs that little extra kick to make sure it doesn't run into a continuous clock. But still, my invention. So this goes all the way, but yeah, as it goes down, obviously you would see the observer at the top is the only one that really matters because it pushes it down, so, and activates all of these. So as long as you're still able to place blocks in the top, which you should be able to do until it gets all the way down to here, it should all be good all the way across. I also put these here, and let's close that off. I don't need that to open because I can get to there from here. I should probably completely fill this in. Oh, well, I'll do that later. Where was that fall that I had? Don't know. Should be just like right here. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. The next episode will be filling in the other side. and figuring out a way to get the blocks to go back and forth. Because like I said, I want to make it so it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Maybe that one I'll just put on a clock. Yeah, that should be that would be easiest. So I'm probably just going to put a clock up there, and when I turn it on, it's going to have a extremely short stroke time, like maybe like 3 items, and it's just going to push back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That way, if one side fills up before the other side, like since I started with this one, the other one would just stop about here. It would just keep on going. That seems so much easier than having to deal with, like, this is probably one of the few times I've used observers and it's actually functioned correctly. Observers and me just don't get along. Yeah, that looks better. If I put one here, it would activate this again. That's funny. Yeah. So I'm the car bum. Now get out of my car.